On this episode of Lapeef, Let's Talk.
I lost my virginity when I was 24.
Okay, so that's all bullshit.
But
so one guy's gonna wait after another guy never had to.
The right one will.
So you're gonna punish the right one.
It's not punish. Hey, you got 2 hands. Get to work.
All right. Is a man entitled to sex? I'm gonna go ahead and start with Carbon on this one. What are your thoughts?
In the context of a relationship, yeah. I mean, I think that when you're talking about dating and things like that, it depends. But I think that, yes, he's entitled to sex if you are positioning yourself to be his woman.
Okay. Mr. Logic, go ahead. I see you grabbing that mic. What are your thoughts? You think a man is entitled to sex?
All right. So I'm gonna put this in 2 things. In reality, hell no. With equity, equality, the alphabet community, man, that man ain't even required shit.
So that's my perspective.
But you also have to think about the investors too. Like, people invest into a product that they think is going to continue to do well, right? And we all know Twitter is going to continue to do great things. Now, we don't know what that will be, but you know, do you think that some of those investors will try to pull out if some of the reasons why they put in to begin with is not what it is anymore?
Well, the investors are going to get rewarded once Elon Musk buys the company and take it private. So the only person that's going to have to suffer the consequences of it being successful or it's not being successful is Elon Musk. All of the public shareholders are going to get paid out. So the only people that's really got a vested interest in seeing it successful is the Twitter users. And Elon Musk don't play. I even know a person that works as a software engineer for Tesla, and he sends out regular emails like, yo, if you don't want to come into work and you want to work from home, then you might as well find another job. He don't play that. He don't play it at all.
Do y'all remember the statement he made when he first bought Twitter, when he was interested in buying Twitter? The reason he said he wanted to buy Twitter? I pulled it up. All right. Say Elon Musk, this was back in April, that he made when he first made his bid. And he said he wanted to make Twitter a private company, just like Anton said. And also he wanted to allow people to speak more freely on the service. So ideally, if we look at it, this was his mission statement going in. He bought this, you know what I'm saying, to take it private and to allow people to speak more publicly. So now, by him doing layoffs, you'll see that it's a correlation. Have y'all ever looked at the Veritas reports about Twitter? If you look at the Veritas reports about Twitter, then you'll see what was going on. It was a lot of wicked stuff that was going on inside of Twitter. And it wasn't just at the top of Twitter. It was at all the management positions. So this purge makes sense to his initial statement. His initial statement, clean it up. You know what I'm saying? Quit forcing people views. I mean, and there was a lot of stuff going on. If you haven't looked at Project Veritas when it was actually dealing with Twitter, well, it's a good read.
But Logic, do you know why he wanted to pull out though? Because I remember a couple months after that particular article that you're referencing, he said that he wanted to pull his deal from Twitter and not do it anymore.
Wasn't that because of the bots or whatever?
Oh, go ahead, man. You got it.
No, you do. You.
No, you're right. It was because of the bots. It was because Twitter's numbers is off, right? Like, they say it's so many users, but in order to know how many real users you have to be able to differentiate how many bots is on the platform, right? And so they were saying that Twitter wasn't forthcoming with how many bots they actually have on the platform. So we don't really know how many users is what, right? They need to do a purge on that platform for real.
Okay.
So they fluffed the numbers with bots. So like the data that he was looking at when he was initially going to purchase, I think he did his independent review and started seeing that a lot of these users didn't even exist. You know what I'm saying? So it was pretty much the numbers was fluffed up.
I just don't like, I mean, nothing's fair, but I just don't like how they're not transparent. You know, everyone's like, oh, you sign, the terms and conditions. But at the same time, you have a group that starts with a T on Twitter, no problem. But then they'll ban, Trump. And it's like, so what's it going to be? Because we have examples of things that, this person's doing that you just banned that person for doing, and they're still on the platform. So it's like, I don't think, like you guys have said, there's not going to be a happy medium, but also too, I think another issue with censorship is society is just getting softer and softer. You know, everyone, you know, from mental illness, just because your feelings get hurt, you know, for things that really, you know what I mean? It's just like life is so easy right now. And I think America is the most unhappiest, I guess. I don't know, relative, but there's just, people are always gonna be mad.
All right, we're going Curves for Life. I'm going to finish this off with you. What are your thoughts about it?
Yeah, so I haven't been on Twitter in years, but I think it's a big deal for the workers. You know, most people live paycheck to paycheck. So I just think it's going to be messed up for the people who are left to find new jobs and try to figure it out in between jobs. But as far as censorship goes, I think we should all have a freedom of speech as long as it doesn't have anything to do with children or like weird shit. Then people should be able to say what they want to say. You know, that's that.
All right. Guys, just tuning in. Welcome to Lapeef Let's Talk. Make sure you get the likes up. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel. That was Trivial Big Picture. That's all I have for that one. Let's go ahead and start getting a little bit juicy right now. Hit that like button. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel. With that being said, let's go ahead and move on to our next topic of the night, which is a man entitled to sex? Is a man entitled to sex? I'm going to go ahead and play this clip.
But somebody in the comments said, why does this man expect sex? I think that was a very stupid question.
From my relationship, if
you're
my
not,
man, you got
I
two
don't
hands,
give a
get to
fuck.
work, buddy.
You're
If
not
my
living
man-
in my. I'm
Yo,
not paying
I want to
all
hear her
bills.
talk. All she does is ad-lib.
She like from what I just heard you say, a man can buy your groceries, pay the rent, and pay everything, and
I'm not living with
he
a
isn't.
man.
No. Look, it's not your turn to talk. He's not obligated to have sex with you. You're gonna sleep in the same bed with him. He's gonna pay all the rent and buy you groceries, but you won't even have sex with him, or you don't feel like he has the right to have sex with you.
No, I just said like I would not live with a man.
But you said no. You
Before
don't have the
marriage.
right to have sex with me. That's what you said whenever I brought that up a minute ago.
My personal values and my personal beliefs. I'm not having sex. My goal is to wait until marriage. Unfortunately, I did not wait. I lost my virginity when I was 24.
Okay, so that's all bullshit.
But
one guy's gonna wait after
experience?
another guy never had to.
the right one will.
So you're gonna punish the right one.
It's not hey, you got two hands. Get to work.
All right. Is a man entitled to sex? I'm gonna go ahead and start with Carbon on this one. What are your thoughts?
In the context of a relationship, yeah. I mean, I think that when you're talking about dating and things like that, it depends. But I think that, yes, he's entitled to sex if you are positioning yourself to be his woman.
Okay. Mr. Logic, go ahead. I see you grabbing that mic. What are your thoughts? You think a man is entitled to sex?
All right. So I'm gonna put this in two things. In reality, hell no. With equity, equality, the alphabet community, man, that man ain't even required shit.